welcome, Mr. Fit Geek here. So this is now my review of the Apple Pencil. I've had my first impressions. I've now been using it for a few weeks as a note-taking implement on my iPad Pro, and this is the review of the Apple Pencil. Stay tuned. Okay, so when you first pick up the pencil, something that you really notice about it is the weight. And I really love this about the pencil itself. So despite the fact of the name of pencil, and most pencils in the world are pretty light, it feels much more like a pen. So it feels much more like a really decent, well-made pen where there's a bit of weight in the end and then the tip is a little bit lighter. So that's a nice kind of weighty feel to it here. Then you've got the tip. So the tip here, now one of the little tips about the tip is that this does actually come loose. So you can screw these off because these are replaceable. You do get a spare one in the box there because Apple say that they do wear down over time. So that's something to note there. So that can come off, and if this tip does come loose, sometimes the pen will stop working or it will give you like a fractured line as you're writing, sorry. So that was one thing I noticed and I was like, why is it doing that? And then I found out. And then you've got the end. Got a little bit of the detailing here, so Apple Pencil, and then magnetic cap here. So, and this is where you got the lightning connector, and then you plug it actually into the bottom of the iPad, and that's how you charge it via the lightning connector. And about 30 seconds worth of charge, just 30 seconds, gives you about an hour's worth of use, which is great. One thing I don't particularly like, I'm a bit worried about, is when I fiddle with this cap all the time as I'm playing with the pencil, because I kind of pull it off and I click it back on again. I'm just worried that if you lose that, that's completely exposed. So, kind of wish they'd included maybe some other kind of clip or a little catch or something that made this easier, so you didn't lose this. I actually have another case, so I've got my back case for my iPad here. This is a flip one with the magnetic front, but I have a padded case with my accessories for my iPad. So I keep a cloth in there, I keep my pencil, I keep some spare headphones. So it is zipped and it's in there, which is quite lucky. So I kind of recommend that if you were going to get one. So now let's just go into a notes app. Now I use Notability. Now Notability is my main note-taking app. Now I bought the pencil for note-taking. I have no interest in being an artist, whatever you want to call them. This is for a functional use to make notes with. I use a notebook all the time. So, and I have converted to using this. So Notability is great. It's got some really good functions on here. It allows you to use, let me see, like, you can change your paper, you can go for like normal kind of like light coloured paper, yellow, purple, blue, black, yada yada yada. Loads of different options. And as you can see with the Apple Pencil, this also functions as a stylus. Don't use it as a stylus though if you get it, because that's a really expensive stylus. Use it as the Apple Pencil. Use it as intended. So let's choose a lined paper here, and then you can actually type notes on here as well, but they've updated this app for the Apple Pencil. So I'm just going to choose the pencil, or the pencil/pen icon, and then I'm going to just choose a nice a thickness that starts off thick and goes a little bit thinner, and I'm going to go for this one here, and let's go for blue. So then do my best here to write at a bit of an angle. So, and here we go. So it feels really smooth. It should feel smooth because you're writing on glass. Now this is one of my slight, not annoyances, but the thing I feel a bit weird about this is that you're not used to writing on a plastic/glass surface. You're used to writing on paper, and obviously paper has a bit more of a tactile, rough feel to it. So one of the tips is that if you get a screen protector, that should add a layer of kind of like the ability that it feels a bit more like you're writing on paper and you're not writing on glass. So that's something worth considering there. Let's just choose the eraser. Let's get rid of my name. But you can see that it flows really nicely. And as you write, it completely sort of flows out, and it really does give this inky kind of feeling as you're writing. And it's completely pressure sensitive, so as you do it really lightly, it'll be really light, and as you press, it gets darker. So there's that real tactile feeling with it. It does not feel like a stylus whatsoever. So not once have I been using this so I thought I'm writing with a stylus. As you write, as you see, that is where the pencil or ink, whatever, comes out of it here. So it's really responsive, and this is one of my nervousness things about it, but as I've been using it over the last couple of weeks, it's so responsive. It really is, and it just works very, very, very well. Is it worth the £80? Absolutely. If you're going to be using it all the time, and I use it on a daily basis, then I'm finding that it's absolutely worth the £80. If you're just going to be using it because you want to have a little bit of a doodle or a little bit of a note take, and you're not going to be really using it every day, question whether you need it. Don't buy it as a stylus, as I've already said. You can easily buy other styluses, whatever the plural of that is, out there. But as a pen, it's great. Will it improve your handwriting? Probably not. My handwriting is pretty atrocious. So that is the Apple Pencil. Really like it. I wonder in the next iterations of it, they'll probably put a clip on it here. They'll probably make this magnetic cap a little bit sturdier, and I imagine they'll probably do it that you can get various colours of this. It's only a matter of time before they release a gold, a space grey, a rose gold, blah 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 to go with this as well. In terms of the apps, I use Notability. Thoroughly recommend Notability, but you do have the stock note app as well, and this is also really good, the stock note app, and this is where you can select pencil, you can do like marker pen, you can actually use a proper pen, but this isn't as functional as Notability for actually making notes. And I'm really enjoying it. So that is the Apple Pencil.